March 28, 2018, Arid Cliff, a 4 versus 4 on Dutchman's Napoleon Total War games. Welcome everyone. I'm excited about this new map. I don't think I have other films on Arid Cliff. My intention is to go on different maps and show you different tactics. 4 versus 4, this is a great map to have Spain. I am playing as Spain. It gives me the advantage of being up the hill. The key to the battle is to get the hill. You have the hill, you have the advantage. Having the Spain as a faction, that gives you that extra edge to be on top of the hill while others still need to come up the hill. Far end to my left, there is an entrance here for the defenders. For the attackers, the entrance is over here. It's a choke point and tough to get through the forest, and then up the hill is pretty steep to get up the hill, and your forces will probably exhaust getting up. Center, another entrance point. So you could see I have the left and the center covered. My intention is to use, you could see we talked earlier, England and France as well as Spain, we all going for the hill. Really no point to go around the hill. I think it's really time consuming to go around and try to fight it off in a forest. No advantage to it. You do want to get up the hill. From the right side, this is from the defender's point of view to get up the hill. So you get up, this is the way getting up. From the attacker side, this is the section you want to get up. Nice. And from defender side, this is another point to get up the hill. So there are 4 points: left, center, and then 2 entrances on this side, up here and up here. And that goes for attackers too. Center, there is one over here to get up, and also another one here to get up. Okay, so my intention is to cover these choke points. There's an early battle going on. I put up my stakes, and this will help hold France at bay. This is CPN, excellent player. So now that we know the entrances to the hill and the importance of having the hill right off the bat, you could see there is an intense battle going on. My guerrilla forces are trying to battle off and hold back the French as long as possible. The rules to this game was 5 lights and 1 artillery. I made a mistake and I just sent my cav out. I wasn't paying attention. This is my Spanish cav. While my forces are up the hill, my cav is charged down here. I lost my general and I lost my 2 heavy cav units. What it did, however, is spooked Prussia. Is forcing his. See, that's a problem if you're playing with artillery. If you have artillery, you gotta babysit it. And you can see how many units he's dedicating to protect his artillery. While I don't have it. In fact, our side does not have artillery. France, England, Spain, and Denmark, none of us brought any artillery, while the other players each brought, 3 of them brought howitzer, and France brought artillery unit. Where is that unit? They did bring an artillery unit, I do know that. But it's tough, you bring on this map. If you bring an artillery, bring in Howie, because then you could form your Howie right underneath the hill and shoot over the hill. Any other form of artillery is not really needed. This is the artillery I was talking about. This is a 6-pounder horse artillery. Not a great positioning for that. So again, I'm not going to go over minor battles. You could see that more toward the end. The major strategic point is this hill, and it's firmly under our control. Spain has that edge. Keeps the forces at bay, allows the allies to rush up and hold position. Other areas you want to pay attention once you do have the hill. This is good, good move of Prussia. Other things you want to pay attention is getting up the ridge here to give you the extra advantage shooting over the hill if you have lights. As a defender, you definitely want to use the forest to advantage. that does give you that advantage over these forces. So if you have equal unit strength as well as let's say both identical units, I would say defender side will have advantage because it's on the cover of the forest, not the hill. Knowing that, England is pulling back, just giving enough edge, not allowing the defenders to get up the hill. So this is extremely tough for the defenders now. The entire hill is on our side, even though I lost my general, 2 good cav units. It is very hard for Prussia to get up the hill, and they are babysitting the artillery here. Look over the map here, the blue is... Oh, there is a cav behind the lines. Excellent move of... Where is that cav? Oh, wait, where is that cav? Look at that, the English cav. Excellent move by England. Sneak around it. They actually got artillery units from Sweden too. That was a great cav move. Prussia lost artillery too. So the defenders brought artillery, Sweden lost their artillery, Prussia lost their artillery. The second Prussian unit, they are 3/4, and the artillery is not really it's out of play, out of position.
Infanterie in Reichweite, Sir. Yes, sir.
So Prussia is trying to push from center, has cav support from the other Prussian units. France is behind the lines of Denmark, forming up. The artillery has not been that useful. They're shooting at the general, but yeah, they're losing men. They're getting shot from up top. They are in a bad position, trying to fight their way up the hill. this is an interesting development. So you see that the British cav and the French cav counterattack the Prussians, but it's just not a cav charge. It's an excellent work of this British player. Later on, I'd like to know his name. Look how he's preoccupying 3 units, musket, 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 while at the same time sending the lights and the infantry. So after cav is done with harassing, this infantry will devastate anything left. One unit gone, second unit gone, and this one is about to. So that's how you use your cav. Always support with your infantry. The attack on General definitely broke the line, and wow, both France and England, such a great teamwork between the French player and the English player. Excellent work between French cav and the English infantry. And now Prussia is forming the last line using the reserve. General still under attack. Excellent work. Merciless. Fusiliers can form square. And that's another thing. When you attack, just don't get bogged down in melee. Attack, use your charge bonus, and then get out of there and attack something else. Look at it. Force them into square, and everybody else shoots at these foot guards. Excellent work. This is a great teamwork between France and England. Now once you are on the defending side and you can't get on the hill, it's extremely hard to fight your way up the hill. As you could see with this Prussian player, he just doesn't have any way to get up the hill. There's only one small entrance, and that's covered. There's this entrance over here, but that's also covered. We have cav as reserve, infantry standing in line. So the other choice that you have is to go all the way around it. Now I do have another game that I want to put up here after this on the same map, and you could see how outflanking does help. But for now, this Prussian player is not in the game. While I was able to support my partners, Prussia was not able to. And so was the same with Sweden. Sweden was not really able to support Prussia, and Prussia was not really able to support France. Well, if you could see, my forces here, English forces up there, the French forces up here, we are working together. The shootout up the hill, it's a lost battle. Once you find yourself in this predicament, you want to pull back and stay in the forest. Use this cover as a forest. Same over here and there, because then you make it difficult for the attackers to come down the hill. There's a choke point while you could extend your lines and shoot them as they try to come down. It will be defensive. You'll be called camping. So that is, however, your only choice, because you can't really work your way up the hill anymore. That's why it's very important at the start of the battle. You fight your way. You fight for this hill. Don't be held back. If there is someone playing as Spain, just rush through them. They are not that strong units. In a melee, in a shootout, they will lose. So you have more forces to combine your troops and just go through Spain and try to get up the hill. If you don't get the hill at the start, this is the result, and you'll find yourself at the bottom. It's going to be a very, very tough battle for whoever is on the bottom. So how he changed direction, excellent move. All that in combination of then with my forces. So he uses his cav, I get information and support his cav charge. Now, Sweden really has a chance. They have the numbers. They could push through here at flank. If they do that, combined with the cav, they definitely have a chance to roll over this flank and even get up the hill. This cav unit is incredible. So this Prussia is trying to charge a cav, but they're always going to be late. They won't be able to charge a cav. The cav, as long as cav is not standing still but keeps moving, has the advantage. Right, it's not a big casualty on these guys with the cav charge. He's tired and lost the charging element, but it disrupts the lines, and as long as they're disrupted, they can't be shooting. I have become to appreciate the Grenadiers more and more. So this is a unit of 57.
Resistance!
Down to 34, they're routing. They're actually shattered. Old Guards, unit of 56. Routed. not much left from Prussia. Try to get up the hill, but it's covered. It's just a killing zone here. So there's nothing left for Prussia than to retreat. I'm trying to use one of my last cav units to get to this artillery. Once getting to the artillery, I believe game should be over. On the other side, Denmark did an outstanding job against France. They won that battle. The center, that English-French combined attack, that was incredible, especially England. So impressed by his cav charges, getting the artilleries. France did also did excellent work on that. Great team play. Look at him, France is on my side, center and left, all over the map. What a great players. And with that, the game comes to the end. I do want to go for a recap. I had 866 kills, 656 losses. I was pretty much outside the game, other than my guerrilla force at the start of the game. I did not have a great contribution to this game. I was able to hold topside 1 on the bottom of the hill, but the fight, the action in this battle goes to half Moonguard and Buck Rogers. These two guys are incredible. If you ever play them, don't get fooled with their 3-4 star ranking. Both of them are excellent players. Buck Rogers is a great team player. He knows where to send his forces and use the maximized amount of units and break through. He's good with sending his cav. And if you ever have him on your side, consider yourself lucky. He had Buck Rogers has 1496 kills, 724 losses. Half Moonguard is an excellent player. He could definitely stand his own, and he could win from 6 stars. He had 1366 kills, 890 losses. Great play to half Moonguard and Buck Rogers. Dunk, I have played with him a few times. I'm pretty impressed by his play. He is also a great player. I think he's a 4 or maybe a 5 star, but he definitely has the basics down. And knowing that Dunk was playing against CPN Stout, which I consider CPN Stout as my senior, I'm pretty confident on a one-on-one he will beat me. So for Dunk to withstand him and fight him off and in the end to prevail, my hat off to Dunk. Excellent play. Topside was a bit unfortunate at the start of the battle. He could not get up the hill and has a hard time getting up the hill after that. So in cases like this, pull back, get into the forest, and don't just stand there and stare at my troops. Send around your troops and help the center. And we saw also that the defenders all had 1 artillery unit, while we did not have that. A lot of times the artillery units, you're going to be a shooting match. People pull back, stand behind the artillery, and just try to shoot till one of our artillery dies, and then they start attacking. We don't do that. The key to this battle, and most places, is strategic location. If you have a hill in the center, get on the hill, and from there, impose your will on the enemy. Glitten Free Jalpenis, he had 517 kills, 1268 losses. He too was too late of supporting his partner, Mr. Warman. I think Mr. Warman did play really well. He does have 833 kills, 1358 losses, but he tried, and he tried really well. He had his line and lights formed well. His cav was placed well. He was just alone. Fighting against 2-3 units up the hill is just impossible. CPN Stout, excellent player as I mentioned earlier. He did have a hard time at the start of the battle fighting off against my guerrilla units up the hill. It held him off, and because of that he could not get into position. My advice is, again, if you find yourself against Spain, don't let them scare you off. You just gotta go rush through them. You might have to sacrifice 1 or 2 units, but remember they have 6 of the units as guerrillas, and they're far away from the main force. So if you bring in, you know, twice that much, you will definitely outdo him and get the position. Having said that, it was an excellent battle. My intention was just to show you the maps, the possibilities, how to attack, locations, strategy. Um, these are some of the kills. Now the losses, you could see that these 2 cav units at the start of the battle, my heavy cav units, they had only 7 killed and they lost the entire unit. So did my general. It was horrible at the start of the battle. Lost everyone, killed zero person. The units that did better, however, the Fusiliers and the Lights, minor losses, a lot of kills. And again, this battle goes to Half Moon Guard, Buck Rogers, both excellent players. Dankeschön. And until next battle, cheers.